Good times, good vibes. This is October 7th edition of the Monkey Mind Show, and this is the one and only Nero the Natural at Instagram.com, and my co-host Nick Celio at Celio at Instagram.com. Also on Facebook, and I am also on Facebook, and we are on YouTube at the Monkey Mind Podcast, so come and check us out. And so we're starting our day with a couple fun facts for you guys. Today is the first day of creation according to the Jewish Talmudic calendar, so I think that's kind of cool. So we were talking about that last week, who the heck decided when BC and AD, so we kind of found that fact. The universe led me to it on research for this one, so it's kind of cool.
I wonder if that's why I felt like shit when I woke up this morning.
Yeah, because it's the birthday of the first day of creation, so gotta get your mind right, you know what I mean? So maybe that's part of what I think what the Jews are celebrating right now with the Rosh Hashanah and all that stuff is their new year, I heard, or like a festival and stuff.
Speaking of new things, Brian's birthday 2 days ago. Happy birthday, big guy.
Happy belated birthday to myself. It was cool, I guess, just kind of chilled, super tired, nothing special.
Yeah.
Podcast is my life now.
That's right.
This is what we do now. Also, kind of fun fact today, Cats started on Broadway in the Winter Garden Theater about 30-something years ago.
Did you ever see it?
No, never had the chance to see it. Always kind of wanted to see it. I think they brainwashed me in it. We watched it, when I was a kid, they fucking did that commercial so much with the stupid dancing cats and the banging on the trash can. I know it's so it's something I always kind of want to check out, but never had the luxury.
Wasn't it the most? That was the longest running.
Yeah, it was one of the longest running for 18 years, dude. It stopped in September 10th, so just a couple weeks ago, in the
Really?
2000. Yeah. So that's kind of cool. It was one of the longest running, and we did not go and see it. Isn't that crazy? I personally probably never had the money to go see it as a kid, but whatever. Fuck Cats.
I never had the desire to go see it.
I kind of do, because I'm telling you, I've seen that commercial so many times. It's like, yo, what's up with these cats? What are they doing? Like, 18 years, dude? Something?
It just seems
something
so weird
was going on.
To go see people dressed up as fucking cats running
Does it,
around.
though? Does it?
Yes, it seems very
There's like
weird.
there's a whole community of these cat people.
They're called weirdos, bro.
Nah, I think they're called the cat people of America or something along those lines. But yeah, dude. Birthdays for today: Sam and Cal, and Yo-Yo Ma, cellist.
What you say about my mother?
Not your mother, the cellist, Yo-Yo Ma. The reason I kind of picked him because he has a cool quote: "Good things happens when you meet strangers." So if you listened to us a couple episodes ago, Nick has a whole book about meeting strangers.
That's right.
And so you should check out that book when we finally put that out. And I have a whole podcast about meeting strangers. That's what the episode's about. So kind of throwback there, riding around with the Uber people, and it's really cool because I dig that. And, like, the more that you meet strangers and network, like, you see how insignificant and big like the world is. You know what I'm saying? How much stuff is going on, and it's something that I always liked. So you ever watch like any cartoon? There's a million characters, and at any time stuff is going on. Right? So where I like it is like I look at real life like that in its own weird perspective. Because was 6 billion of us, 7 billion of us? 7 billion of us?
Supposedly. Who knows?
I don't know. I'm not counting them, dude. But yeah, so 7 billion people doing 7 billion different things at the same time, dude. Just you can't focus on your own at day to day, let alone 7 billion thoughts. But it's fun to think like there's a bunch of misadventures and different miscues and people meeting people the way they're supposed to, and like if everything works the way it's supposed to, how complex it all is, and how. Like I said, insignificant, I guess we are in the universe.
Yeah, I mean, you could look. I mean,
but
people say we're insignificant, but I mean, everybody's the center of their own fucking world, honestly. And you could pretend that you're not, but everybody is the center of their own universe. It's the truth, because you can't think about anybody else is thinking or doing. You could focus on others, obviously, but at the end of the day, right. if you're dead, you're not here anymore. The universe possibly might not even exist for you anymore. So you're the center of your own world.
A lot of people beg to differ. They think once energy is created, energy always exists. So once we're here, we're always here. We're just in a different form. So, right now we're in our living form. We're breathing. We're experiencing every day in our own uniqueness, like you said. But when we die, we're exactly where we're supposed to be. You know what I mean? I guess we always go with the analogy.
You're a ghost.
Yes, I think we always go with the analogy of the plant, but it's a perfect one because plant starts from a seed, comes out of the dirt, becomes the plant, and then ultimately decays. And you watch the leaves fall, and the leaves go back into the dirt, and the cycle continues. And that's what energy is in itself, in everything.
Yeah.
Whether it's sitting dormant that's energy. If it's in motion, it's energy. It's like one of the basic laws of physics, I guess.
Right? I believe it.
Yeah, it's pretty much the what a lot of the universe is based around. Like a lot of people talk about the law of attraction, but this is more based on like the law of vibration, which is an actual like science thing. I think they're both kind of sciencey, but this is an actual thing. It's what I was saying, that everything is in motion in some form or another. What we perceive as things are just atoms off, you know what I mean? Like what we perceive as paper is just atoms and protons and nucleus at different varying strengths, I guess.
And nothing, like, basically, if you're looking at a solid wall, it's not actually solid. It's wavy, massive vibrations going on, right? So, and nothing touches. Apparently, atoms don't even touch each other. Am I out of my mind?
Or no, they say they could appear at one place and another place at the same exact time, which is insane. But yeah, like you said.
Did you ever read that thing where there's like electrons? If you split them apart, so if you took two electrons and you turn them, or whatever, if say they're turning clockwise, right? And then you could put this other electron 75 billion light years away. If you turn the one that's in front of you now counterclockwise, the other one turns counterclockwise. They're connected like that, and there's nothing. It's not even any sort of time or space in between. As soon as that happens, that happens. So there's proof right there that everything is connected and stuff like that. And like, it would always crazy to me, like the naysayers, how they're like, nah, that doesn't make any sense because they can't see it and stuff like that. But like,
is that science or is that spiritual? Is it both?
I mean, that's pretty scientific right there. I mean, I guess you can't contradict that if you see it, if there's proof of it. But everybody, like, it seems like certain people want proof on certain spiritual things, and the energy thing, I feel like is partial spiritual and physical because like you can't see it, you know. So
wouldn't it be considered almost the same thing? So
what?
Like, if you can't see it, that's almost what spirituality is. It's something that you believe off of straight faith. I mean, with science, there's scientific measures, but they always seem to be ultimately flawed.
Right.
And the more that we study spirit and spirituality, the more that we realize that science can prove them, and like vice versa.
Yeah.
Like because more holistic ways and natural treatments are being used nowadays instead of the straight like chemical routes, and we're seeing advancements in those kinds of things. And
but do we need to see for it to be real? Like wind, you can't see it. Obviously, you can feel it, you can measure it, but you could feel. Say you did go up to a stranger, right, and you felt his vibes were not right. You can't see his vibes, but you could feel the vibe to be like, yo, I gotta get out of here. This dude's either gonna punch me in the face because he doesn't want to talk to a random person, or he's gonna try to make out with me.
What would you say? What would you say vibe is?
A vibe.
Vibe.
We all energy.
I know a lot of people say, "Oh, vibes. This place got good vibes, or it's bad vibes. Or I got the bad juice." What is that? Is it an instinctive thing? Is it something that because thousands of years of evolution is in us that we pick up on certain things naturally, that when we enter a situation we consider it bad vibes, or is it a legit bad vibes? Are we ultimately our intentions? Do we follow these things that we call vibes down paths?
Where do you feel the vibes? Where do you feel vibes?
That's what I'm saying. Like, what are vibes?
No, I'm saying like in your physical body. You feel.
Where do I feel my vibes?
Yeah. Say you're in a place and you're like, this place doesn't feel good. Where are you gonna get that? It's a gut feeling, right?
Either go with the gut or the like the chill down the spine real quick. It just depends on I guess the scenario that you're going into, whatever vibe you're feeling, whether it be on the good. Because when it's a good vibe, you're like, you feel that kind of maybe in the shoulders, more like a hug, like a good, you know what I mean? It's a good vibe. You're like, oh, dude, it's warm. But when you're in a bad vibe, you get the shrills, or you feel it in the gut, or you're like something's off. You know what I mean? So what is a vibe? It's cool. We're kind of talking about this. So Webster's defines a vibe as a distinctive feeling or quality of capable of being sensed. So because everything is a vibration in sense with the electrons and everything, are we predisposed to follow these vibrations when we're in a certain mindset? You know what I mean? Good vibes, bad vibes. When you wake up in the morning, are you is your day predetermined in a sense by these vibes? You know what I mean?
Yeah, and you can change them obviously. Like I woke up, like I said, I actually did feel like, did I feel shitty this morning? I think I may have. I still feel a little shitty, but I could change it if I want to. You know. But I think the vibes, like I was saying,
the positive in the
the gut feeling thing. I was reading something one time that I mean, you have your brain. Obviously, it's your thought process, and you can overthink things pretty easily. But like, we have that I feel like you have 3 different things, and I'm probably sure I read them. Your brain, your heart tells you things, and your stomach tells you things. Mm-hmm. And they've done studies now to show that there's actually like brain or heart cells in your stomach that make, you know what I mean? I think it might be brain. But
the same cells that
the same cells
in your heart.
Yeah, or the brain or whatever. But
they're close enough in your body that why wouldn't it be similar makeup? I mean,
because you feel dude, and your stomach controls pretty much. I'm not gonna say everything, but what you eat affects your body. Obviously, you know what I mean. With the toxins you're putting in, make you feel like shit in the morning, or it can make you feel good in the morning.
So you think that I mean, I do believe that too, but do you think that overall creates your vibe, or do you still ultimately control it? Even if you're putting junk in yourself, can you overpower it with the vibes you're feeling, good sense? You know what I mean? Turn that supposed negative energy. You think you could turn that into positive? You thought strong enough about it?
I think it's harder because you're what's it called? You're putting
conflicting.
Conflicting,
signals.
but like it's not clear. Your brain is you're like you're putting like a fog around yourself. You know what I mean? You're putting all this stuff in. And it's like when you're sick, you know, when you're sick and your mind is like hazy and stuff like that. I think that's what you do to yourself when you're putting alcohol into your system. You're eating shitty foods, and
some people think that when you're sick is when you are at a lower vibration. So you allow these things to kind of take over because you're not really right. Like you said, you're not really clear or you're not focused. So that's why you feel down.
Right.
Me myself, I kind of been eating like crap and I'm feeling it. Like you said, I woke up not motivated today, not kind of want to do it. But here we are, pushing through.
Yeah.
In spite of ourselves, which is cool. But yeah, you know, when it's cold, it's rainy. This is what I hate about the fall. You know, it's cool because it's, you know, temperatures are right, but it's gloomy, dude. I hate it. We need like that fall back thing. I don't know when that's coming, but we need that.
Yeah.
But kind of going with the vibes and the food, do you think like I kind of want to go with this? Like, do you follow the things with your mindset when you wake up that day and you have a bad vibe or good vibe or in between? Do you think the people that you encounter that day are on the same wavelength?
I got you. So
you know what I mean?
You will be hanging out with certain people that are feeling like shit too.
Right. And you know, it's it up to us to automatically change that? Like, you know, instead of waking up, because we all have that, right? So it's like, ugh.
Yeah.
But now that I'm up, I feel better. Putting the right thing, you know, kind of put the positive spin. So if we immediately put the positive spin, do you think we get the outcome of the positive spin? Or if we stay in that lower frequency, are we going to encounter people that are in that lower frequency?
Yeah, I think you could. I think you could change it, and you should change it.
I think that's part of the laws of vibration or something, or attraction, or that two things that are on different lengths, they can't exist at the same time. You ever heard that? Like, you know, they can't be in the same place at the same time because they're not on the same energies.
Yeah.
So if you wake up that day, and you continue down that mindset, that's something that could totally happen. Like,
yeah, I mean, you could definitely change how you're feeling, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, I do a lot of reading.
Can you like feel like on the auras? You know what I mean? Like I kind of believe that too, because I've been driving around, and a lot of people think the same as we do. Like, you know, that when you're in the same wavelength that people, the universe sends them to you.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, cause I've been pretty lucky with the Uber rides, and nothing crazy happened. Don't really get into too many people that don't grouchy or anything like that. But like, when I'm not feeling it, the people in the car aren't feeling it. When I'm like in a higher energy, then I get into like these weird conversations with people, and it's usually good or it's bad. And I was like talking to this one girl, and she kind of was like, once you start being on the same path, you attract the people that you attract. And I'm starting to see that more and more. And like, once you're like not looking for it so much, because talking about the numerology thing that we were talking about, she was like, yeah, I'm trying to see it. And I was like, the minute you try to see it is when you can't see it. You know, and the more you kind of go with the flow of things and follow these energies and stuff, I think that's cool, man. You can start going with the vibes. And then, so I talked to that person. And then another guy comes in, and the first thing out of his mouth is with the vibes. And I was like, it's so funny that you say that, because I just literally just talking about vibes. And that, you know, so this is kind of, I think, where the episode inspiration comes from today, vibes. And, I'm losing my train of thought, but vibes, man. Can you see people's auras?
I mean, it's real. They say that if you become the top 5 people that you hang out with the most, that's not just because of any. I mean, it's their energy that you're giving off. You know, you're coming up to their level. If you're hanging out with billionaires all day, it's pretty much a proven fact that you will become a billionaire one day. Number one, you have the opportunities because you're hanging out with these billionaires, and they're like, yeah, I'll invest in your project and stuff. But you're also on their mindset. You get up in the morning, you're like, oh, I want to be like them. I'm gonna work out. I'm gonna eat better. And so I can hang out with these guys, number one, you know?
So now you're all vibing on the same thing, and maybe you're not functioning on full cylinders. Do you think because now you're part of that symbiosis, you could perhaps tap into the other people's or even throw off their vibe? You know what I mean?
I think they're too strong, those guys.
no,
you're not throwing their vibe off.
But you know what I mean? Like, so now you're in there. Do you feel the vibe of the group? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and you might not even feel very welcomed into that vibe of group because who knows? I'm sure there's two different types of billionaires: the asshole billionaires and the not asshole billionaires, just like everybody else. So if
people that want to raise you up, and the people that want to keep it for themselves, I guess, you know.
If you're hanging out with the asshole billionaires, number one, they're gonna just shoot you to the side. But then there's people like you said that want to help you out, and even though you may not feel equal to them right now because they have a higher mindset or whatever, they could potentially let you in, and you know, they show you the way. They say, hey, this is like we were talking about Bob Proctor, right? He was like one of the leading innovators in like the law of attraction and like self-help and stuff like that. But he learned at an early age from somebody else. He went to high school for 2 months. He dropped out. He just thought he was going to be nothing. And I think he was at like a party that his father was throwing, and some guy came up to him and was talking about his future, and he didn't have any answers. And he basically said, if you want to become successful, I will show you how to do it, right? And he was all in. He showed him like the law of attraction. He showed him the law of vibration, all this stuff, and look at the guy now. I'd imagine he's a millionaire. He's very successful, and he teaches people how to do it. And he says, if you're all in, I'll show you how to do it. But if you're not, I'm not going to waste my time with you, basically. You know, and all these people, from celebrities to Tony Robbins, all these guys, they believe in all of the law of attraction, and it's worked. It's there. It's worked. You just have to follow the guidelines. Like
one quote that's kind of cool that he says is, "Your brain does not think, but you think with your brain." So there's a difference. You know what I mean? Your brain doesn't do the thinking.
Right.
You think with your brain.
Gotcha.
So it's kind of cool.
It's your tool.
Yeah, exactly. So each thought and is a vibration of its own. Right. So if it goes back to what we were kind of talking about, everything you think is important and it should be positive.
Right.
As hard as it is to stay positive, it's a legitimate vibration. That's what they're kind of talking about in this with the stored energy and stuff like that. So if you're thinking the good thought and the good all the time and you're putting that out there, like you said, you eventually become what you start thinking about. If you're thinking you're a bum, you're a bum.
Right.
You're thinking you're successful, even if you're not, it's almost fake it till you make it mentality. Yeah. But is it fake it till you make it? If you're really living it and you're really breathing it and you're really talking it, you're just not successful at the moment, right?
Yeah.
You're at different levels to this shit. Like,
right.
Yeah, I do this shit all the time. This is what I do because this is what I do, and I say that's what I do. But I'm just not successful at it right now, and I'm gonna be successful at it. So like that's, I think, true. So it's the thoughts that you got to keep putting out there, and even us, dude. Come on, our show has come so far in such a short time. And we still have so many places to go with it, right?
Right.
So it's cool. And like even I can't really listen to us, but the little that I can listen to us are our own episodes. Well, because I cringe because I'm so like critical of myself. So like every time I hear stuff, like I can't believe you said that or whatever.
Right.
But that's what's cool is that we just go with it, man. You know what I mean? We just kind of talk and go with the vibes. So, but anyway, it was kind of the growth and stuff like that, and being what you think. Tom Proctor stuff.
Bob Proctor. Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm not good with names.
That's all right, man.
Sorry, Mr.
He forgives you. He forgives you.
He will,
but, I think maybe we should take a little break here on WMLD, and we'll get back to you guys in a bit.
All right. Okay, so we're back on WMLD, the voice of the Hudson Valley, and this is the Monkey Mind with Nick and Nero, and we were talking about vibes and things of that nature, the law of vibration, and how the law of attraction is secondary to the law of vibration, right? That's kind of where we're getting at. And my question to you, Nick, is it all subjective? Like, you know what I mean? Because that's what you're ingesting. Is it really all subjective, or is it real? Like, that's the hardest question, right?
I mean, I think that whatever you think is real, right? I think Henry Ford, I believe, said, whether you think you could succeed or fail,
right,
is right. You
Right.
make your own thing. You think you're gonna do it, you're gonna do it. You think
Right.
you're not gonna do it, you're not gonna do it. And
Yoda says that too.
yeah.
He tells. There is no try. There is only do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You do or you do not.
Right.
So, if you think you not gonna be able to do it, then guess what? You're not gonna be able to do it.
Right.
But if you think you can, and you stay in there, yeah, man. But is that like a legit law of the universe?
I think it is, because think about the fat guy at a bar that's got a hot chick next to him, right? And you're like, everybody's always like, how the fuck did this happen, right? But the thing is, he's so confident about himself, he believes he's a catch. But then there could be a good-looking guy in the corner.
He radiates that too.
With no confidence, no sense of humor because he's afraid. But behind closed doors, he could be a great guy.
He's a 7 foot
I mean?
giant. He's a Lenny. The dude could get any chick,
Right.
but he's yeah.
So it's what you believe, man.
Yeah.
It really is what you believe.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, it's what you allow yourself to experience too, right? So if you are the one that's like not experiencing life in the corner, then it's gonna pass you by, and you get exactly what you get, right?
Mm-hmm.
And if you're not, you're more in the mix. But like, it's hard when you're not that personality type. They say personality types rule us all, and we all have our, you know what I mean?
What created our personality types?
I don't know. I have no idea.
Like
vibes.
Were we born shy? Were we born scared? Or were we taught shyness?
They say a lot of everything that we were taught was before the age of 8, and that we ran on a subconscious program. So it could be our own, like, not our fault. Or based on our surroundings, like you said, the top 5 people that are in your life as a child, and their habits and what you pick up on, and like if you're not like ready to go and not a self-starter, it's an influence of your own parents and stuff like that. But okay, right. So now you control the programming.
Right. Now you know that's what happened.
You become aware of it.
You don't blame your parents. You don't blame the Catholic Church. You don't blame this person.
Right.
You've accepted it.
Right.
And now it's time
to
do
own
it.
up
Change
and
your
shut
own
up.
subconscious,
Right. Yeah,
which can happen. They've proven you could change. You could even change your DNA.
Right.
So go ahead and do it. You know what I mean? Like by changing
Let's
your
go
thoughts.
ahead and do it.
But it's changing your thoughts. If you wake up depressed, you could just go like this. I know I'm not going to say it's that easy because I don't know what certain people are going through, but if you start slowly, I'd imagine that you could say, I'm not depressed. Don't even say I'm not depressed. I'm happy. I'm going to go kick some fucking ass today, right?
Mm-hmm.
We've all been there before. We've all snapped out of it and also stayed in it because sometimes it feels good to stay in it. I'm not going to lie.
Mm-hmm.
You know? You wake up feeling shitty, you're like this, fuck it. I'm going to stay
into
shitty
the
all
bad
day.
Vibes. Yeah. I like
But we got to get out of it.
Yeah, I like sweatpants, dude. Who doesn't? Like, I like
I
to
don't
chill.
actually. I
Yeah.
like to wear shorts all year round, and I realize that I'm probably gonna move to Florida very soon.
Yeah, one of those shorts and hoodie guys. But yeah, no, dude, it's the vibes, it's your thoughts, it's but because I struggle with it too, man. I feel like I'm on a constant roller coaster, up, down, mellow, somewhere in the middle, trying to stay focused with it. Trying to beat the programming and the programming just get me, like, you know, so that's why it is very difficult. But going with the vibes, like right now, I'm telling you, I'm not feeling it. Like it's I'm like off, but yeah.
I think sometimes it's okay to be off though. I think it's reset. You're resetting. Honestly, because I
I know what it is actually. I'm saying I don't know, but I know what it is.
Yeah.
I just had a long week. I had to do a lot of stuff like you know what? Kind of do shout out to the Habitat for Humanity. I had to do my community service, so it was kind of a forced upon community service. But I had to help out at the donation center, take in donations, wheel them into the storefront, and wheel them out. And you know, from the outside looking in, it doesn't look like you do a lot. But
wheel what in?
Like old furniture and stuff, dude. Like, so people come and donate. Like, as long as it's not, you know, just like old furniture, stuff you don't need, man. That's in good condition that somebody else might need. They bring them in, and just because it's almost like a dumping ground, flea market kind of thing, but it's not. It's really cool what they do. I actually went for my birthday, so like I said, talk about a place that had really good vibes. They had a lot of good vibes, a lot of good people working there, a lot of people that were like me, unfortunate, you know, court ordered, you know what I mean, doing stuff, but. What was significant about Saturday was they got to their 100th house, man. It was really pretty cool. It took 20 years to do 100 houses for Habitat Humanity, but it's cool.
They build houses?
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. From the outside looking in, it felt like I was just working at a store, but for the grand scheme of things, what they do with the profits from these stores is they build homes for unfortunate people, man. And what's cool about what the Newburgh branch is that they work in spite of themselves. The guy was telling me. The guy's name is Cliff. He's one of the managers there, and they are like they shouldn't have succeeded. All the branches of the Habitat for Humanity in the United States are more successful, and in spite of themselves, Newburgh has placed people in 100 homes. And what's cool about them is they have the highest retention rate of the homes, because a lot of times, life happens. So these people can't retain the homes. So what's cool about them is they built 100 homes, and they've had the longest people living in those homes. Nice. You know what I mean? And then they don't go to just some like slumlord or get taken over. And then in the case that those things happen, Habitat for Humanity buys them back, and they either have to remodel or whatever, and they sell them, and they do the same process all over again. So it was cool, like good vibes. I didn't want to do it. It was my birthday, but I did it. I had something I had to do. Had to man up, even though I didn't want to do it. Like, you know what I mean? Talk about stuff, responsibility, vibes, things like that. So I went there. It's cool. Met a lot of cool people, and learned something that I pass by every day, and like the impact that they have on our community. And to even be a small part of that for 4 hours, even though it was court mandated, it was cool. Mm-hmm. And they do a lot. And what's cool about that is they give people an opportunity like me to go to those places. Good people that just so happen to get caught up, man. And they have to do that, and they give them an opportunity to go work. Mm-hmm. And then it actually works. Yeah. I actually felt like I was part of something that works. If you stay there long enough, you feel good about what you're doing if you really think about it. You know what I mean? It's so good vibes. And if you continue to put the good vibes come back, no? Mm-hmm. So I feel like that's one way that we can overcome feeling shitty or depressed, is putting good stuff out in the universe, is donating our time, and doing good acts, and then good acts come back to you, almost law of attraction, law of vibration. If you're doing good stuff, it's just naturally gonna come, and then that kind of stuff just helped me network. Like I said, I met a lot of cool people there, so
you hang out with those kind of people. I mean, it's good. I mean, they always say karma's a bitch, but karma's not a bitch if you're not a bitch.
Sometimes too, right? So we get into these weird things because we have to learn our weird little lessons too, right? So the vibes we put out there, I almost, because I do believe in everything that we talk about, because if I didn't believe it, I wouldn't talk it. I think I did it to myself in the long run. It was weird. I knew that I was facing this ticket. If you remember, it was like May or something, and I got this stupid ticket for stuff I'm not even going to explain, but like
running cocaine up from Florida, man.
Yeah, but we're not gonna say what happened with that, but it fell off a truck. But anyway,
he wasn't running cocaine.
I totally was. No. Yeah, I wouldn't get it off with only 4 hours community service if I was. It's like Fed time.
Yeah.
But, what the hell was I saying?
The cocaine took you off track, Poppy.
Yeah, dude. What the hell was I saying?
You were talking about...
I wouldn't say it if I didn't believe it. So that's what I was getting at, is that somehow I was like, well, if I could just get off a community service and not have some fine, and I'd go coach some little league team, it'd be good for me, or some crap like that. And I swear I said that in like May, and then the judge gave me community service, and I was like, can't believe you gave me community service. But meanwhile, months ago, I was like, I wish I could just get off of community service. So I believe it is what you think and stuff like that. And yeah, dude, it's just crazy. And the more that I believe and I see it, the more that I see it. And it's almost annoying at this point. Mm-hmm. Does that make sense?
You want to hear a funny story? Last night, shout out to my mom. Yo, what up, Ma? We were having dinner downstairs, and we were talking about how her dog got skunked like a few years back, right? She texted me this morning at like 6:20 in the morning.
Sasha got skunked?
I just saved Sasha from getting skunked outside. Then my sister calls her up and says one of her friend's dogs got skunked.
That's crazy. Yeah, see, right. Talking about it being skunked, and all of a sudden it's skunked. Come on, man.
That's why I always say when things like that happen, I'm like, yo, remember that time that $1 million just like landed at our feet? You know?
Yeah, man. You gotta, think about it that way. Yeah, we're gonna put a positive spin on it immediately. That's cool though. But yeah, it's crazy. Like, and then it'll start happening. So like, right? So vibes, people that you have in your life, people. So they say you should always focus when you're thinking about that person, whether it was like a negative thought or anything. Just put the good vibe back out there. Right. Like, just think of, well, yeah, that was crazy when that happened, but I hope the person's doing really good and they're flowing with their stuff. Because if we're all in the same vibe, right, and we send out a negative vibe to that person, guess what's coming back to you? negative vibe to you. Right. They're gonna have a negative thought about you, like that guy sucked, and then you're gonna get caught up. So, since it's all intertwined and complex like that, can somebody fuck up your own day? How about that's a cool question? Can they fuck up your day? Right? If they were no on the or send you the negative vibe. How about that? Like if they woke up in the morning, you didn't wake up yet. Let's say I woke up at 6:30 and you woke up at 8:30, and at 6:30 I was like, fuck Nick. Like, you know, I was like, your fucking spoon is gonna fall off your breakfast bowl. Nick, take that. And do you think that could be a real thing? Like. Yeah, to a certain extent.
If I was eating cereal, my spoon could have fell off my fucking breakfast bowl. But I think that you could let it happen, but you have to be strong enough to... Maybe you got to put up some sort of force field. Like Brian,
aluminum foil hat.
That's why I sleep in an aluminum foil hat. So Brian's bullshit can't hit me.
That's actually not what I was doing. I was sending good vibes this whole time because I want us to be cool, so I want us to grow. So when I actually was thinking about our show, I was like... Nick, think about the show. And it's so crazy that we stumble upon the Bob Proctor guy, right? At this,
Tom Proctor.
Tom.
No, I'm just kidding.
I was like, oh damn it, sorry, Mr. Proctor. But we found him at different points, but almost at the same point. So it's cool, and it's law of vibration, not law of attraction. And we started, I guess, our podcast with law of attraction. So it's our own growth.
This actually happened today, guys. Like I was looking up something on Instagram. And it just, like I was not even search, I just clicked on the search button, and something came up, law of attraction, and then it was Bob Proctor talking about law of vibration. And Brian came to my house today, he's sitting down in the kitchen, I'm walking to the bathroom, he goes, you ever hear of law of vibration? Out of nowhere. And I was like, Brian, are you shitting me right now? Like, what did you, did you see the same video by any chance? He didn't see the same video, but you don't need to see the same video. We both
I read
saw
the same article,
thing,
which is cool, and one of the things in the article I was reading, which kind of blew my mind, he did like a study on plants, and it was really cool, man, and like how they can pick up on the vibes too, and you know they're part of the same world that we are. And though they can't express things the way that we can, they feel the same things as we can. So, like if you have a plant and you're feeling shitty, that plant will feel shitty too. But if you're feeling great and it's feeling sunny, it'll pick up on that too.
Right.
So it's cool. So one of the things that he did, and like how he kind of learned this, is that he hooked it up to a lie detector test machine, and then he like read the vibrations that the plant was giving off when he did different things to it. Like when he was nice to the plant, he talked nice to the plant. He watched the vibrations on the lie detector test, and then he's decided, all right, I'm gonna fuck with the plant and see what happens. And so he takes a guy with another plant, and he comes in and he sets the two plants down and he lets them interact kind of, and I think they're the same species. I don't know if that was significant or not, but they're the same kind of plant. And then he lets the guy go nuts on the other plant. He starts letting him rip the leaves and like talking shit to it, and then so the plant that he's not doing it is connected to the lie detector test, and apparently his readings are like off the charts, and it's going really crazy. And so then destroys the plant, whatever. They remove the guy from the room. They leave the plant in the same environment where the treat happened. I guess they had cleaned it up. And then they send in 4 more test subjects that did not mess with the plant or anything. And they tested the plant's reactions to each individual person, right? And so nothing out of the ordinary. They interacted with the plant, and it seemed to be on a normal frequency. So then they let the man that destroyed the plant in front of the other plant into the room with the other 4, and the minute that he entered the room, the plant started acting almost the same way as when he initially destroyed the plant, almost alerting the other people to it, like, hey, this dude is crazy, he destroyed my buddy, like, watch out, he giving off bad vibes to the unknowing test subjects. So it's pretty cool, like, of how they know what's going on off the same vibrational pattern. They know, like, that dude got bad intent, and these dudes are cool, and they don't have eyes, they don't have ears, they're just moving off the same atoms and nuclei and vibes and stuff. So it's wild how plants interact with us.
I mean, people might listen to this right now and think we're absolutely fucking insane.
I know, but I love the plants, so you need them.
I've read studies too that when you cut down a tree in the middle of the woods, I don't know, sonar or whatever the fuck they have to hook up, they can hear the other trees screaming Like,
right,
not vocally, obviously, but through something
right.
that we can't fucking hear.
That's something we talked about earlier in our episodes too. Is that they know that they're young, like they know their seeds, like they're all part of the same ecosystem, like you said, and that's why like when we go into the forest and stuff, when we go into nature and we disconnect for a little bit, we feel so much like regenerated and like happy, and,
right?
You know what I mean? You feel just
absolutely.
better, like, you know. And they say because that's where we're linked up with their vibes, and it's so different from our everyday BS, I guess. And I'm talking with my hands, even though I can see. But yeah, you know what I mean. So they say there's more than meets the eyes of these trees and what they're capable of.
I believe that.
Yeah, you know, like they're more sentient. So then those poor vegans, you know, they're always talking about don't eat meat. They
kill
feel
the plants.
Yeah, what are we gonna eat now?
Yeah, we should turn it around on them. They're the most sentient creatures, and you want to kill them?
Right? Apparently, and they're the ones, you know, responsible for a lot of this earth and stuff like that. And
our
the
air is due to trees and plants
and stuff we don't even understand. And like, so their vibes they take in what we take in.
Imagine that, like, say even to an extreme, like the trees that are outside of my house right now or anybody's house, like, if they really do understand and like there's something going on, like they could potentially know who you are when you walk by there. If they're that in touch, if they don't have these qualities that we have, like we can see,
they're not able to express it.
Right, we hear, but they're only focused on the one thing that they can communicate with. You know what I mean? And they're so in touch with the energy, then of course they would be able to tell the difference between me and you. I'd imagine, right?
Yeah, dude. I try to be nice to my trees and stuff.
Tree hugger.
Yeah, kind of. I don't know.
You're dendrophiliac.
I don't know if I'm one of those weirdos, though.
Is that a dendrophiliac, people who fuck trees?
Yeah, it is. I don't know. That's for the tree fuckers to know. But yeah, no, man. I believe that to a certain extent. I know somebody that was telling me that. This guy I jam with. He was at work. He's a park ranger, and he was like, I was talking to the grasshoppers the other day, and they think he's crazy. And I was like, did I believe that? He's like, yeah, man. They give off the energy and stuff. They're there. They're chilling. They feel intent, and I think that too, man. And that's those people that are like, I don't have a green thumb. That's why they're always killing the fucking plants, dude, because they're not nice to it. Just be like, yo, dude, you're gonna make it.
Yeah.
And put out the positive vibration that plant is gonna be. I have one. I feel bad for it, dude. It's getting cold, and he's tropical, but he's made it through every winter. You know, right thought. I've never thought he was gonna die. It's just like, you know, it's gonna be rough for you a little bit, but he makes it, and so.
Yeah, dendrophilia. Just I had to look it up. It's a person who loves trees.
But like loves trees. Yeah, okay. Like I mean, I love my fair share of trees. I just don't think I'm in love with them. You know what I mean? Kind of just more in love with myself.
People are in love with it. You ever see that TV show? I don't know what it's called, but it's people that have like weird habits. Like somebody eats paint, like eats glue. This guy was having sex with his car. He was in love with his car. He would sit underneath the front and kiss it like a. I love it. And it was a guy. Yeah. And it was a guy in the car. He named it like Bruce or something like that. He's like making out with the car, dry humping
undercover.
And shit.
Yeah, he wasn't like secure himself. I wonder what vibes the car was giving off to him.
I don't know, man. Boom. Maybe there's somebody caught in that fucking car.
I hope it was like a fancy Italian car, not like a Corolla.
No,
at least like you know what I mean, something cool.
I can't remember what it was.
This dude was, oh man.
It was like
I love you, Yaris. I know,
it's Grand Prix or something like that.
It's terrible. It's not even like a sexy car. It's just a regular your mom's car.
There's a lot of weird things that people do, man. There's people that dress up as like babies and stuff. There was one girl. She dressed up as a baby, wore diapers all the time, and she made a gigantic crib, which looked actually pretty goddamn comfortable. She would go into a crib at night and like put a pacifier in her mouth, but. She also, like, I looked into it to see, like, if people were lying and bullshitting and stuff. They gotta be bullshitting a little bit.
That's to be on TV, yeah, I think so. You know what I mean? They probably do stuff like, they probably did sleep with a pacifier, but she didn't sleep in a crib before the show. Like, some guy was like, I know what we could do. Put her in a crib. Like, we got the technology. We can build it.
There was one lady that walked around with a rubber doll's head, and but she knew she was crazy. She was like this. She would smell it all the time. She was like, I know I look insane. She was like, I'm just addicted to it. I can't stop. So that's the people that you could be like, all right, at least she knows that
because they're not attracting me. We're talking about vibes and stuff, but I wonder who those people attract because they're definitely not attracting me. Like one part of the law of vibration is if you're in a really good vibration and you're with a person that's very negative, you won't feel comfortable in their presence. Yeah. Feeling is the conscious awareness of vibration. So I ain't feeling that vibe with this chick in this. So I don't know where these people are, but I do always attract crazy people like me. You know what I mean? I'm on my own wavelength, and I always find like people like me, and I feel like I said, when I'm not feeling at a high energy, I find those fucking people too, and I don't want to deal with them either. But yeah, man. So I don't know about these crazy people and their fetishes, but whatever. If that's what they're vibing on, God bless them.
They'll find somebody that wants.
Oh yeah, dude. For every person that wants to be a baby, there's a person that wants to be a baby daddy. You know what I mean? Like, there's a dude out there for that girl. I just hope. Like, how do you explain that when you have kids? You know, that's nuts. Like, mommy just is like a baby too. Yeah. And you guys are gonna watch the same cartoons and stuff. Like, but when we go to school, we don't talk about that. It's just like, I guess, you know. So I don't know if those people ever want kids because she's a baby person. She's not putting out that vibe. What do you think?
Apparently she's a porn star too, so I think that she's using that. Yeah, I think she was using that to try to promote.
We need a gimmick then. You know what I mean? Like, can we just you as a baby, or we get somebody dressed as a baby for the Monkey Mind Show? We need fucking followers, dude. So we can plug that again. Oh yeah. Check us out on the Monkey Mind Podcast. This is Nick and Nero. We gotta slip that in again.
Yeah, slipping it in.
Oh yeah, it's wet. I don't know. Where are we at? Do we take maybe another commercial break? Where we're at, like 20 minutes? So we keep going.
40 minutes right now. I think it might be time.
I think we're gonna take a quick break, and then we're gonna come back into our 5-minute freestyle and maybe a little more talk about vibes, and then we'll wrap up our show. Right. So you've been listening to WMLD. This is the voice of Hudson Valley, and this is the Monkey Mind Show, and we'll be right back.
Bye.
The acoustics is hard. Give me something. Go. Give me something cool, something different.
Bring us back.
Bring what back? From the show? This is a weird commercial break for us, but this is the Monkey Mind Show on WMLD, the voice of the Hudson Valley, and I am Nero, and this is Nick, and he's about to strum something up for us for our 30 to 1 minute freestyle. I always say 5-minute freestyle because it sounds good, but I never make it that long. So, to wrap up our show today, hit it, maestro. What you got? You know what, too?
Use my pick band that I created. It's a string band with a guitar pick attached to it that you could carry around wherever you want.
I think that is going to be trademark for the Monkey Mind Show. We get your own bracelet pick so you never lose your pick. For musicians on the go, it is the Monkey Mind pick. I think it's our plug. And also, while I'm here waiting for Nick to strum and tune his guitar, check out his album with his band on his IG. What's the band's name again, Nick?
I'm sorry. Chaos to Clarity.
From Chaos to Clarity. This is a project he's been working on for a long time, and he's finally putting out the album. So we're going to get a little free musical stylings from Nick. And hit it, Nick.
All right, here we go.
This is like some Beach Boys shit. Hope you had a good time. It's freestyling time. I'm on 995 and I'm feeling alive. Can you really feel my vibe? Yo, catch us live every Monday night at 10 p.m. on WMLD. This has been the Monkey Mind. I hope you're feeling our vibe, because I'm feeling alright. That's all I got tonight. My freestyle is tight. Fuck you. Good night. This been the Monkey Mind. This been the Monkey Mind.